Hey guys, welcome to my channel, The Smart People, the only channel that talks about smart ways of making money, guys. Today, we want to talk about something so really important. We want to talk about something so enticing. We are telling you that this our ecosystem, the crypto ecosystem, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And if you don't embrace yourself with knowledge, if you don't embrace yourself with education, crypto education, you are going to be doomed. You are going to be behind. Kids will come and make it, and you will be in the system and you'll be losing. That is how it works. We are fortunate and blessed to have a CEO who is a leader. I call him the leader with the golden heart, who is teaching us, who is impacting knowledge into us in order to make it great in this crypto ecosystem, guys. Today, I want to talk about the Afriq Arbitrage system. CEO gave us guns and live bullets to kill Ponzi and scam systems. That's the vision of the man. It is to kill Ponzi systems and to kill scam systems, okay? He says his followers, nobody will fall into scam platforms. So if you are under his tuition, under his mentorship, under his leadership, and you still fall victim of scam and Ponzi, he calls you a fool of the year. Sometimes he say, look, you deserve an award of foolishness. So guys, today we want to talk about how the CEO has given us guns and how we are going to use these guns to kill the Ponzi and the scam systems, okay? Powerfully. Powerful ammunitions, and we are going to. So I need you to follow me from the beginning to the end. Watch this video to the end so that you know how we are going to use these guns to kill the Ponzi platforms and the Ponzi system, guys. Now come with me, let me take you through. But hey, if this is the first time you are watching my channel, if the first time you get subscribed to my channel, guys, please do this number one thing for me. Just click on that subscribe button right in front of you, guys, and hit that notification bell so that anytime I upload a video like this, you'll be among the first to notify. Guys, AAS is yet launching. Very, very soon, we are counting days, will launch. So you need to be part of my channel, okay? You need to be part of my channel so that you'll be updated as and when AAS launches. So guys, we are going to go straight away and see how we are giving guns as patterns to kill Ponzi and to kill scam platforms. If you are a follower of AAS, guys, you need this. If you are somebody who doesn't want to be scammed, if you are somebody who doesn't want to fall victim of scam platforms and Ponzi platforms, guys, you need to watch this video to the end so that you get yourself educated, right? So let's go straight to the game. Let's go. All right, so we want to talk about something very educative here. We want to talk about centralized and decentralized system. Hey, I know you'll be wondering, this guy, is this the guns you're talking about? Are these the live bullets you're talking about? Yes. Yes and yes. If you really know the powerful tool of education, you will never fall victim of scam platforms. If you know what the decentralized system is and what the decentralized system is, you will be careful as to which system or which platform you buy into and have value for your money. Okay, I want to walk you through these two types of systems, decentralized and decentralized. At the end, you take your decision. At the end, you make your decision. So guys, let's go straight away and look at what these systems are, what they stand to offer us, what value they give us as investors, and what value do they give to the builders of the system, so that at the end we know which one to choose. So guys, let's go straight away and look at what the centralized system is and what the decentralized system is. So now let's talk about the centralized system. Okay, the centralized system, there are systems, okay, that use client or server architecture where one or more client nodes are directly connected to a central server. Okay, so we have one server and all the individuals in the system are connected to that server. All right, just like you have here, just like this diagram. Okay, you have only one server in the middle. Look, all these nodes, all these clients, if it is 1,000 clients, 100 clients, 10,000 clients, they are all connected to only this one server here. Okay, and that is what we call centralized system. Centralized system. It is only one person that has central, or that is central in the system. Okay. Now, in simple terms, it is a system in which individual, group of people, or corporate entity hold the total control over the functionality of the system. Yes. So if you look at the diagram once again, it's only this system, this server here, okay, that hold control over the whole system. Once something happens to this server, all these clients are doomed. Yeah, they are doomed. They cannot get access to anything. Okay, they cannot get access to anything. So only one person or a group of people or an entity hold control of the system. Okay, now this system has a lot of advantages to the central authority. Okay, but disadvantaged to you, the investor. So that is it. The system favors the how do you call it, the builder of the system. It favors the controllers, but you, the investor, you are advantaged. Now this system has some few features I would like to highlight to you. One is that it is easy to build, since centralized systems are not really difficult to build, and it is less expensive to also build. Yes, you know, it doesn't come with a lot of money like compared to the other one we'll be looking at. It's less expensive. Now you don't have control over decision making. Yes. Now whatever happened in the control room, you have no idea. Okay, you have no idea. They control the system. They make decisions on their own, what they should do, what they should not do. You are just there. Anything they give you, you have to accept it. If today you log into the system, it's not going, you have nothing to do. Okay? If today you want to make withdrawal and they say server error, what will you do? So they control the system actually. Now they have a target to achieve unknown to you. So now these builders of the centralized system, always when they are building their system, they have a target in mind, which you don't know. Okay. Now once they achieve that target, they begin to behave funny. They begin to behave funny to your disadvantage. Okay. Now they can also change their mode of operation at their will. At any time they can decide to do whatever they want to do. Initially they will begin, maybe if it's an investment platform, we are investors, so let me use the word investment platform. If it is an investment platform, they will tell you, oh, okay, yeah, we will be paying maybe 3%, 4%, or 5% return on investment per day. It can take effect for maybe 2-3 months. They come to tell you, oh, okay, now due to certain reasons, we are reducing the ROI to maybe 2%. What will you do? What will you do? Your money is there. You understand? So they really control and have change of the system at their will. So just like we have in the diagram here, that is how the centralized system works. Only one server and a lot of clients or a lot of nodes around it. Okay. Now that is about the centralized system. That's about the centralized system. Now let us look at the decentralized system. Okay, let's look at the decentralized system. Okay, so this is the decentralized system. Okay, now what is it? What is it? Now, in blockchain technology, decentralized systems are systems in which the control and decision making of the system is transferred from an individual or group of people. Okay, and this individual or group of people, they are the centralized people, okay, the centralized system. Now, they are saying that in this type of system, the decentralized system, the decision making and the control of the system is transferred from these people to a distributed network, and that distributed network is what we refer to as users. So the control and the decision making in the decentralized system is shared or is given to the users. Once you become part of the system, you have control of the system. You have decision making ability of the system. Okay. Now, in simple terms, a decentralized system is an interconnected information system where no single entity is the sole authority. Now, yeah, that is it. No single person. So if you look at the diagram here, this is a decentralized diagram, okay? Look at it, you see that every user or every client is connected to each other. It's not connected to one person or one server. No, each one is connected to. So that's why we call it interconnected. The nodes, each person has each person's node. Each person or each computer or each server has the node of another server attached to it. And now when you understand what blockchain means, blockchain is a system of storing data where the data in the system is let me put it, is very difficult, very difficult to alter, very difficult to alter. I might say it is impossible to change the data in the decentralized, or sorry, the data on the blockchain. Once a system is coded with the block. I had a video of the blockchain system. I think if you have not watched it, you have to get hold of that video and watch. Once the system is deployed on the blockchain technology, every data is impossible to hack, impossible to change, and it becomes so transparent to everybody. So if you look at the diagram, because everything is all the nodes or all the servers are connected, now every data is also appearing or is made accessible or is stored on each person's computer, because it's a computer of peer-to-peer network, okay? So the data this one has, the same data this one has, the same data this one has, the same. So the question is, which one are you going to change? Because once you change one here, you must change for all. How possible is that going to be? How possible? So it makes it impossible, okay? So now we are saying that, so in simple terms, as we already said, the decentralized system is an interconnected information system where no single entity is the sole authority. So all of us are authority. All of us, everybody in the system is an authority. Now, blockchain is the foundation of the decentralized system, okay? And smart contract is the language. This one, I know it is a bit dicey. Not everybody might understand. But what I'm trying to say here is, for a system to be decentralized, it means that it is written on, or it is deployed on the blockchain. So that's how the blockchain becomes its foundation. And smart contract becomes the language. Every decentralized system have code. The system is coded, and that code becomes the language. That's the language the system understands. If this happens, let this happen. Okay. If it is an investment platform, if somebody makes a deposit, give him this. If somebody makes a withdrawal, give him a code. When he approves the code, pay him or her. That is it. So that contract becomes the language of the system. The system doesn't understand any other language again. So such a system is very difficult to be hacked. It's very difficult to change anything on it. Okay. Now the decentralized system has a lot of advantages to both the owner or the builder and the investor. Okay, that is it. For a decentralized system, you have peace of mind. And now, these are some features of it that I have highlighted. One, it is not easy to build. Yes, I'm fortunate to be around the CEO of AAS, Jason Michael, building his platform, and we know how we started. I'm not really part of it, but I'm being carried along. And we know how difficult it is to build a decentralized platform. It is very expensive to build, yes. Jason Michael is the sole proprietor or the sole founder of the company, but we know how much he's been spending into building such a platform. Not only that platform, there are other decentralized platforms I find myself in, and I know how much it takes to build such a platform. Okay, now you have control over decision making. Yes, just like I explained to you. You control this in the decentralized system. You have control. You decide when to take your money. You decide when to deposit your money. You decide at what time you need to, and nobody limits you for anything. Not like the centralized one where maybe you make withdrawal and sometimes there's nobody to even approve your withdrawal. and your money is pending there. Okay, but here you make withdrawal. Once you meet the criteria, the system pays you. Now they cannot change their mode of operation at their will. Yes, it becomes impossible. As I told you, on a blockchain, data stored is impossible to alter or to change. So it becomes impossible for such a system to make changes. That just like we have here. Okay, so this is a diagram of a decentralized system where every computer or every client is connected to one another by node, okay, through node. And such thing is what we are talking about. Now, I wanted to look at the difference between centralized and decentralized system in terms of certain artifacts and certain criteria. Okay, now I will take them one by. These are some. There are more, but these are just few ones I've prepared so that it will guide you to determine or detect if a platform is centralized or decentralized before you buy into it. Okay. Now, number one difference is that so we have decentralized here on the left, and we have decentralized here on the right. Okay, so one is that decentralized is built on blockchain technology, as I've explained already, but this one is built and hosted in the clouds. Okay, now the decentralized ones, the domain site is bought and hosted for a long period of time, sometimes 5 years and above. Okay, but for centralized system, its domain site is bought and hosted for a short period of time, sometimes 3 at most. Most of them are 1 year, 2 years, at most 3 years. Okay. Now it takes time to build it. The centralized system, it takes time. The decentralized system, it takes time to build it. But for centralized system, it doesn't take much time. Small time it is built. It is very expensive. It is very, very expensive to build a decentralized system. Okay, it is very, very expensive to build a decentralized system. So that is it. So it's very, very expensive to build a decentralized system, but it is very cheap to build a centralized platform or system. Decentralized systems mostly undergo what we call beta testing. Okay, but centralized systems do not really undergo beta testing. The system might be tested. Now, beta testing is something you have to understand. It doesn't mean that the centralized system don't test their system before they bring it out. They might test, but for beta testing, it means that people who are not part of the company are also invited to run tests with the company. Okay, and that is beta testing. But in the centralized system, it can be that only the builders of the system run the test before they bring it out. Alright. Now, the centralized system doesn't also need KYC. KYC here means know your customer or know your client. But the centralized system, the most of the time or always request KYC for certain approvals. Now, in the decentralized system, deposits and withdrawals are instant and only in crypto. Okay, the deposits and the withdrawals for decentralized systems are always in cryptocurrencies. Okay, because it is built on the blockchain technology, and most of the time they use the smart contract of certain tokens. Okay, and so the blockchain of certain tokens, and so those tokens require that there's always cryptocurrency transactions. But in the centralized system, deposits and withdrawals are not instant. Okay, they are not instant. Sometimes you make the withdrawal, and the third party to approve the withdrawal might even not be around. Okay, so your withdrawal will be pending. So it's not instant, and sometimes they may include fiat alongside the crypto. Okay, sometimes there are some systems, the centralized system, they might ask you to pay in your country currency, and sometimes you might be asked to pay in the cryptocurrency. So it doesn't really define their mode of operation. Now, with the centralized system, withdrawal doesn't need third-party approval. Okay, it doesn't need third-party approval. Once you meet the requirements and you initiate withdrawal, the system, the only thing is they will give you code. Once you approve the code, stamp your withdrawal is received. But with the centralized systems, there is always third-party approval, and that third party might be part of the central governance of the platform. Okay, so when you make withdrawal, it goes to the central server. There's somebody there who will approve your withdrawal before you get paid. So sometimes the person not around, you can imagine what happens to your money. Now, payment wallet address for the decentralized system, payment wallet address can be traced to the smart contract wallet on the blockchain. But with centralized systems, payment wallet address are mostly just normal wallet addresses. And you see, those wallet addresses cannot be traced, and that is what my boss GM calls one-way traffic. Okay, once the money goes, it goes. There's no way you can trace the money. All right, and in the decentralized system, the system generates different wallet addresses for you anytime you request to make payment. Okay, anytime you request to make payment, new or different wallet address is being generated by the blockchain for you. But if the centralized system, always it is only one payment address you have to make payment through. Always one payment address to make payment to. Okay, so that is about the centralized and the decentralized system. So that is about the centralized system and the centralized system of. I want to limit our discussion to investment. Okay, we can have centralized system in a lot of ways, or in a lot of phenomena, and decentralized in a lot of phenomena. Even in our governance system, we can make use of centralized and decentralized systems. But I am focusing our attention on investment, since we are investors. Okay, so for investment's sake, I present to you the centralized and the decentralized system for you to make your sound decision. Okay, my next video I'll be talking about how to detect and determine centralized systems. But with these differences, anybody at all can use this to determine or detect whether a system is centralized or decentralized. So guys, that is our discussion today. And if this is the first time you are watching my channel, you know the number one thing to do. I also put the Telegram link to my Telegram group in the description of this video. You can just tap on it and join my Telegram group, where we talk about a lot of educational studies. We also talk about a lot of advantage platforms where we investors take advantage and make great value for our investments, so that we are not scammed. Because the leader we are following, Jason Michael, is a Ponzi killer, and we have said to ourselves that enough is enough. We are never going to yield to any Ponzi platform. We are never going to lose our money to any Ponzi platform. So if you want to know how to invest and invest wisely, guys, you join my page and we learn and grow together. I will draw the curtain here, guys. I wish you all the best. And hey, as I told you, AAS is soon to launch. So if you don't want to be left behind, you need to subscribe to this video, this channel, so that whenever we upload a video of AAS, you will be among the first to be notified by YouTube. You can also join our Telegram group and take live studies with us. I leave you in peace, and I hope to see you at the top of the tops.